And what could go wrong with a knife and a bunch of electrics?
Make sure you refer to him as the biggest tosser you've seen him.
Hello.
Welcome to our channel, and if you've not visited us before, she's B.
And he's Daz. In this episode, we are going to take you back in time. We're going to take you back in time to a nostalgia festival.
Yes, where we visit some retro caravans that are imported from the US.
Kids, can you quiet down, please? Yeah, and there's lots of other exciting things coming up.
Go back, so we go to...
We're just trying to record the intro. Okay.
And in this episode, we go to the Nostalgia Festival where we take a look back at some retro American campervans.
Yeah, these Airstreams. So, we're trying to record the intro. So kids are so noisy.
I wonder what motorhoming would be like without the kids.
Kids.
Oh man! Oh man!
I've just finished a book.
Ah, uninterrupted showers.
Come in.
Welcome to Escape to the Motorhome. We've just come back from a day in London, and this has arrived in our absence. It's our Brit Stops catalogue 2022. I believe it runs from March to March. Costs around £28, but with that £28, as well as getting the catalogue, which is essential because you have to show this, you also get a code at the back of your book. You can put that into an app, and then the app is constantly updated, and with all these little black dots that you can see on the back here. So it is all of the British Isles. There we go. They highlight where you can stay in your motorhome or your camper van. As long as it's self-contained, you can stay there for one night for free, which is really exciting. I think the idea is that if you're using their car park, you might go in and buy some of their local produce, or you might have a drink in their pub or have a meal in their restaurant. And each location has the address, contact details, extra information, and the expectations, what you can get and what you can use and what you mustn't do. Okay, so gonna enjoy a nice cup of tea with Daz and have a look through the Brit Stops book.
Here we are at the Nostalgia Show. It's a celebration of the times that you felt happy. Each day is a mix of nostalgic entertainment, shopping, games, vehicles and caravans. Whatever your favourite era is, we want to see you wearing it. Time travel back to the 1940s, marvel at the cars through the decades. Get ready to let your hair down and let the good times roll.
And there's the ARP warden. Blackout time tonight, just past 10:30. And that must be the ARP warden's shed. That's how the Americans felt about the Japanese, I'm guessing, after Pearl Harbor. Well, there's some serious van life going on here. Inspiration for our motorhome. Perhaps we can inject a bit of fun into ours. Look at that, look at the interiors. It's fantastic. Cushions are fabulous. Literally everything has been thought of. Right, I'm allowed to look in, so I'm taking some steps in. Oh, this is just a kitsch paradise. We've got flamingo curtains, tassels, crochet cushions, flamingo cushions, glittery cowboy hat, a giant Christmas bauble. Oh, look at that. And there's your sink for getting yourself ready. Costumes. And this must be sink. We've got cooker, and underneath we've got a fridge. It is just stunning. And presumably in here you've got your little toilet. Oh, it's just amazing.
This one isn't polished because it used for photo shoots.
so they don't.
Oh, I see. So the reflection.
Yeah.
So that one's used a lot for photo shoots. No, the story goes that Wally Byam, his wife, she said, right, yeah, we'll go away, but I want something comfortable. I don't want to be in camping and things like that.
No.
So he made this so that you've got the shower, your loo, your sink, your fridge. So it was like a home from home.
Yeah.
And if you look on old videos and things, you'll see it's like a camel trail. You know, there's just loads and loads of Airstreams together.
Okay, yeah.
See, that's why they are Airstreams, because of when you tow them, you've got your slipstream, and they because this I mean, mine's one's the smallest, and she's about a ton.
Right.
And I've got an old Land Rover Defender,
Okay,
and that's what I tow her.
Yeah.
She was made in 1964, the
Yeah.
year I was born, and my mum's called Dottie.
Oh,
So that's why she's called Dottie.
I love it.
For my
We've
mum.
called ours Stampy because we bought it with money we were going to give to the government stamp duty. We decided to not move, and we decided to
Brilliant.
go on
Good
an adventure.
idea. Good idea.
Yeah.
Welcome to the kitchen. Another thing we found after buying the van and testing all the blinds was that the window here that I thought only had a blackout blind actually does have a fly screen. It's just way up here, and when you put it down, it has nothing. It has nothing to. It has nothing to click onto because unlike the blackout blind, the clips have gone from the end. They've broken off or something. So I looked online and I was able to buy a pair of plastic hooks which look just like the same ones for the blackout blind, and I'm hoping the 2 screws here down below will make this an easy fix. So let's find out. Okay, we've exposed the end. Just what we want. Okay, that seems to match up. Clip number 2. Et voila.
Okay. Going in. Wow. 1947. Look at that oven. Wow. There's some good renovation going on here. I'm loving this theme as well. And we've got the bed area here, some superb wardrobes.
So here's one of the longer Airstream vehicles. These were built from 1936 onwards. Here's another little 18-foot beauty. Got their water tank storage down there. Now apparently the modern cons, the electricity and things, can be quite well hidden inside these vans. They're twin skimmed, so they're insulated and stay warm, and actually the shininess helps reflect the sunlight, keep them cool in the sauna. Gorgeous, huh? This one's called Tink. It's a 1979 caravan they found a little bit rotten and corroded and spent 3 years renovating and repainting. Let's take a little look inside. Wow. Well, they've certainly put their mark on this. Isn't that cute? Clouds on the ceiling. Cool little sink and kitchen. And no doubt something private in there. So here we've got a 1951 Chalfont Cruiser. It was originally sold for £375 and it spent some time being restored. Isn't that cool?
kept anything, that any changes anyone's done, we've kept, but we've refurbished it completely.
I read, yeah, it had the chassis off and
it's all new
shot blasted
paneling
it.
and everything. We've kept all the original timbers as much as we can, the furniture, things like the internal tap that someone's put in. We've kept all
Yeah,
those
it's alright if I
bits.
have a look in there.
Yeah,
That's
jump in and have a
brilliant.
look.
Have you added any mod cons? Like, no, okay, cool.
Oh, no,
You
no,
keep it.
we've just found some old 12-volt lights,
Oh, okay.
so we're going to have electric lights.
As opposed to candles or something.
Yeah.
Is that...
Well, we have a gas lamp, to be honest.
Oh,
with you.
okay, yeah. Stay in. Wow, good sized bed. It's all been kept rather original. So there's the mod cons, the 12-volt lamps. Rustic sink and tam. How cool is that? A lovely little Marvel. Is it Marvel comics? Retro feel to things there. Nice upholstery. Maybe that's something we can do in ours. Get rid of our 1990s brown stuff and do something a bit more fun. Spark plug handles for the cupboards. That's cool. And a cool little seating area next to your window. Well, thanks, Rusty. Let's go and see what else there is. It did. It's lovely. So it's all sort of fiberglass then, it looks like, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
To keep it all lightweight.
Yeah. You can tow it with anything over 800 cc's.
So, yeah, motorbike almost.
Yeah.
In 1 minute, by one person.
Yeah, someone can, in the
Have you
club,
done-
there's a couple of blokes that are big and hefty,
Yeah.
and they can do it. They go, boom, they go inside, out the side, boom, boom, they run around, they can do it.
That sounds like a challenge. Yeah. You've got a 1971 Royal Tour Star. Look at that beautiful retro interior, just lovely. More inspiration for our motorhome. Right, as part of making this van feel more like our own, I'm looking to change this little head unit. So we've got a double din space, it's called, and we've got a single din entertainment centre. Now this is okay, but I prefer the touchscreen double din size screens you can get, that you can connect. You can tether it to your mobile phone, and then you can use Google Maps for directions and stuff rather than having your phone flap about. Because at the moment I've been attaching my phone to this clip here. It's not very practical. So we're going to take this out and have a little look at the wiring behind, because the last time I did a job like this, the wiring behind was so complicated that I took it to a garage to sort out. So there should be normally a couple of little spring clips either side here to push in, and we should be able to slide this out and have a look at what's behind. So we've got some of the stuff out and exposed the stereo. Now I'm supposed to have, this doesn't have a faceplate that comes off as far as I can tell. So I'm supposed to have a couple of keys that go in to release it that apparently would have come with the stereo, but since we bought this second hand we don't have those. So instead of keys, I'm using teaspoons. That's my weapon of choice. So hopefully down the side I should be able to wedge these and squeeze the, come on, go on you, not that one, But there's a screw in the way. Right, we're going to do it this time. This time it's a go up. Come on, you little... That's it. Come to me. Maybe these spoons are a bit too thick. I'll go and get a knife. Right, a knife. A bit thinner than the spoons. Not by much. And what could go wrong with a knife and a bunch of electrics? Don't do this at home or in your car. I can normally fudge these things. It loves it in there, doesn't it? Oh, I bet I'm just missing it. Oh, come on, you. Join me later when I've had a word with this thing in private. Go on. Go on, let's push it. Whoa, okay. Well, that worked. Good. Oh, and the faceplate does come off. That would have been helpful at the beginning. Well, I'm assuming it's supposed to come off and it didn't just fall off. Let's have a look. Okay, that's a lot less complicated than a predecessor van. So,
Warning! We interrupt this important broadcast with a public safety announcement. Due to the rambling monologue of the middle-aged man, it is recommended that a high dosage of caffeine be considered to prevent drowsiness. And now back to the video.
in fact, I've got an old car stereo that I had from a car 20 years ago that I don't know if works, but I might be able to plug it into this. Then I can sell it, sell this, and maybe I can get my new one. There's an idea. Right, I've been through the shed to find the old car stereo I talked about that I might be able to bring back to life. It's not in focus, but you can see a similar deal. Turns out, whilst looking for this little thing, I also found I still own this little thing. There's definitely something in there to check out. And then it also turns out I still own this little thing as well, which came out of a VW. Now, I don't consider myself a hoarder, but I can't think of any reason why a man has 3 defunct car stereos sitting in his shed. Still, there's 3 things I can sell. So we'll plug this in and see if it works. Turns out all 3 of them, hang on a minute. Never gonna fit. Never gonna fit that. Might fit that. There's a small chance there'll be an explosion in a second. And a small chance of an anticlimax. Well, essentially I've still got 3 dead stereos. Well, I've just had some luck. On. It works. I can sell it. 1 down, 2 to go. Retro CD player number 2. Oh, hello. It's flashing. It's flashing. That doesn't sound too healthy. Let's imagine it does that. And we're in! And it's died. Okay, we're back in business with player number 2. Oh, it's just done it again. Wow, power's on. Radio's on. For copyright reasons I should probably get off radio, but for now I'll just keep talking over the top of it. Maybe I'll switch to CD. Oh no, don't tell me I left that CD in the old... It's a bit clunky, isn't it? Basically these car stereos are one above a cassette player. Hooray! So it's playing CDs from one of my favourite TV shows ever, Mighty Boosh. For copyright reasons I shall talk over, let's pause that. So now I've got 2 I can sell, maybe to some retro car owner. I don't know who buys this stuff. I'll probably find it worth about £5 each. So in the end I've got 2 out of the 3 stereos working. The third one I can't quite get the connection to. But whilst taking apart this big bad boy, or looking at the back of it, I found something I made the first time round. I talked about the special keys that you need to have to push in either side. What you can do is, if you've got this was an old Staples reward card or something, but anything like an old credit card material, plastic material, is thin enough and you can cut it into the right shape with scissors, and a couple of those will do the same job. So you can save yourself a couple of quid by making your own keys.
Some lovely new earrings, which are a little bit crazy, but I kind of feel like everyone here is involved in craziness, so it's nice. You feel very close to me right now. It's going to show up all the trauma of my face. The many years I've been on the planet. Oh, and I also need £3.
What have you bought then?
So, do I look insane? I have no idea.
You've just gone back
I've gone back in time. You might have to show me a picture of
It's a
this.
little sign.
Does that look acceptable?
Look over, look to the side. Oh yeah, it's cool.
Do you like it? I said, is it £3? And she went, just give me £3. So I think I might have got the price wrong. I don't know. Whoops. But she's being very kind. Right.
It's lovely on you.
I spy motorhomes. That's a pretty nice place to park. Our favourite part of the afternoon by far was Dolly and Gracie's sports day. Come on, Daddy.
Thank you, friends. Right, sorry, Daryl. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, Dad! Woo!
Applause for Daryl. Make sure you refer to him as the biggest tosser that you've seen him. 2, 1.
Have a nice time, Daddy.
Yes, lovely time sitting around relaxing on Father's Day.
I know, it doesn't happen very often, does it? Yeah, and we're enjoying watching. What are their names? Let's show this peg.
Dolly and Dottie.
It's on your peg.
Oh, it's on my peg. It's Dolly and Gracie. Of
Yeah,
course.
Dolly and Gracie. DollyandGracie.com. They're really good.
It is ginormous. 3, 2, 1.
We really enjoyed wandering around the stalls and admiring everyone's costumes, but couldn't resist finding out a little about Stansted Park and its beautiful Edwardian country house. The park is crossed from west to east by the Monarch's Way. Now, the Monarch's Way was an escape route used by King Charles II when he was defeated in the Battle of Worcester, I think. Some of my favourite facts: the house sheltered orphans in World War II. The Queen Mother has visited here, and in 1962, Princess Anne came here for a swim.
Because you know I'm all about the bass, no trouble. 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 All about the bass,
Stunning. In the grounds of Stansted Park is the chapel of St Paul. Now, it's a beautiful chapel. It was actually built by Lewis Way in the early 1800s. Now, apparently he wanted to convert the Jews over to Christianity. But on the Stansted House website, it tells a very different story and suggests that he was trying to unite the two faiths rather than trying to convert Jews to Christianity. Now, I love the attachment that John Keats has to where we live. Darryl and I, a few years ago, were lucky enough to go to Rome and go to the place where he died, right next to the Spanish Steps, and that was amazing. But John Keats actually sailed from Bedhampton. He went to Italy because he had tuberculosis, and of course he was suffering hugely, and he thought that the warmer climate would help his lungs. Unfortunately, he did die of his condition in Italy, but he spent his last night in England in Bedhampton, and we passed by his house, or the house that he stayed in, quite frequently on the motorway. So when John Keats came to this church, he was so inspired by what he saw, he decided to write the Eve of St Agnes.
His prayer he saith, this patient holy man, then takes his lamp, and riseth from his knees, and back returneth, meagre, barefoot, wan. Along the chapel aisle by slow degrees, the sculptured dead on each side seem to freeze, imprisoned in black, purgatorial rails, knights, ladies, praying in dumb oratories. He passeth by, and his weak spirit fails to think how they may ache in icy hoods and mails.
Oh, hi, Grandma. Yeah, they're good, thanks. Yeah, we're all right. Dad and I were just wondering if you might be free for a little bit of babysitting. Yeah. Not for that long. No, about 2 or 3 weeks. Hello?
If you like this video, why not give us a thumbs up? And we'll see you on our next escape. Thanks for watching.
That's too weird.